just doing this final bit here. Right, calculating the total number of turbines. Again, this is the only way you'd really know this if you practiced it. But so whilst I was waiting the previous video to save, I just did it just whilst I was waiting. But this is how I did it. So I just made a new label, called this one total. Okay, so I just click there. So to change the actual label, you have to actually go to the right and do that. Okay, then I just made a text field. Now this is in the page footer, so it just appears on the bottom of every page. You click on data. Now you are doing a function. Where it says data field, if you start typing, okay, yeah, so I put a T in and it came up with turbine capacity. That's the one we're adding up, and it's actually, if you click there, in function, we're doing an, oh, come on, I think it's just about, okay, click there, and it's an accumulation, okay, so you're totaling it up, and if I click off of that, okay, it sort of puts the formula in for you, I guess, so then you can just save it. Yeah, execute report if you click there, and you should see, okay, so it's totaled it up 140. Now it's put it over 3 pages, so you see it quite a few times, and more likely than not, yeah, okay, it might say fit on 1 page, do landscape. That's, you know, that's just fiddling around. It's quite easy to, you know, you can format the font size. Okay, if you just make things like, oh come on, if you just make the page headers smaller. Again, this is just a little bit of practice, but this is not the technical. That's the technical side done. So I'm actually going to move on from that just to see, because I think, okay, I'll just look at this one because it looks like this could be another. Sometimes you have another query to do as well. Produce an extract from all the data, selects only those UK in the North Sea. Okay, so this basically is another query, and again you say, right, okay, so you would run, so I'm actually going to just close that down. So again, just practice with formatting that report, but I'm just going to do another query. Use the query wizard. Now this is important. Now I'm basing the query on the table. I'll copy everything over, but it's name, C, capacity. Fine, okay, so I'll go back. I actually copied them over, so it's name, C, capacity. And I'm guessing you need to sort it in some sort of order. Okay, capacity ascending. Right. Okay, so that's that. I'm just going to click finish. So that's all of them. Now this second report, which I shall now edit. Right, so what you're looking at here, and this is where you have this like thing, location in the United Kingdom in the North Sea. Let's have a look at that. Okay, that's fine. So what I actually needed was the location, even though I didn't add it in the report. So it shouldn't appear on the report, but if you untick it, then it won't appear because it's not visible. So what we want is, actually I'm going to tick that, save it, run the report. Okay, so it actually says United Kingdom, so the criteria for here is United Kingdom, and if you then save that and run it, okay, good. So that's, even if you just did that, you'd get a mark for that. In the North Sea, So again, C, you would just type in north and C, and it puts the speech marks around it. So again, just save it and run it. Okay, yep, it's narrowed it down a bit more. Capacity of 90 or more megawatts, and which are operational. So actually what we need, just save that. Operational. I'm going to do it as visible at the moment. So operational is 1. Okay, oh yes, and I'm just making it visible so I can see whether the queries works. Good, lovely. It's narrowed it down a bit more, so I don't want that visible. Don't want that visible. Capacity is 90 or more. So what? I think it's 90 or more. So it's greater than or equal to 90. And save it and run it. Okay, so it's done it. Okay. Right, so then you have your report. Okay, just one thing to remember. What I did do, now that has worked. Okay, just in between the videos, I just looked ahead and I did change capacity to number. Originally it was text. So if you hadn't done that, if you kept it as text and not changed it to number, then that final bit of the query would not have worked. Okay, so it is important that that you do follow that first step, those first few steps where you're doing these data types. But that's it. That is your second query, and it says here, save in a form which can be ported into the document. Okay. Then it says import it as a table. So this is the query. So what we would then do is try and export it so we can then put it into like the Word file. So how you do that? So you've got this second query. If you make another report, so use the query wizard. Now you've now got 2 reports and your table. So this is the one we've just done. You copy everything over and click next. The reason we have to do this is because it says here you're importing it as a table. Okay, that's fine. So what we would do is click next, click next, click next, right, tabular, basically a table. Click next and finish, and what you should end up with, okay, is that. And if you click edit, perfect. So you can then, and this is a table, so you can actually just copy this table into your Word file. I'll just click save. Yeah, so it's actually already put it into a Word file. Okay, that's it. I just clicked off of it outside the table and just did Command A and then Command C, and then you can import it as a table. Actually, you have other options down here to, okay, yeah, to adjust the table if you want. So that's it. That is the database task for 2013, and then you're just, there you go, then you're onto the presentation. The bits to remember to practice are just bringing it in. Okay, bringing the table into LibreOffice. This is the technical bit here. There'll always be one that will catch you out or be quite difficult, and it might be something like this where you're calculating something at runtime. What that means is, if you click on the query, it's not that one. It's this one here. This is you're going to have something like that. And it's just important to remember how you do that. The other one was where we were doing that accumulator thing. It seems to appear on quite a few. Which was around here. That one there. And if you got stuck, even that one, that's actually quite a simple query. So actually on this one you do 2 queries and 2 reports. So you've got, that's the query bit there, there's the report bit, and then you have another query here which is a simpler, almost a simpler query. This one here. So in a way it's a little bit simpler. You know, North Sea, there's the country, it's yes or no, and that one's greater than or equal to 90. Okay, so that is the database task for 2013. I'll save that. Now again, whilst I was waiting for the videos to save, there is this link here. Now this guy, he has done so much on LibreOffice, so he has done a lot of quite nice videos and things like doing reports. So again, if you get tired of my voice, you have got this guy here who seems to he doesn't talk on them, but if you follow what he's doing, it also is just, and Google, you know, YouTube stuff, there's so many YouTube videos out there on, and if I prove it by typing ICTIGCS, here we go. So there are lots and lots of videos on there. Okay.